You've been thinking you're not ready for your next level yet. You're not ready to go all in yet. You're not ready to get help yet. You're not ready to expand yet. You're not ready to build yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet because you need to take another course. You need another certification. You need more training. You need more time. You're ready right now. Hello and welcome to the Inner Game of Entrepreneurship podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm here today with your Gemini season reading for creative entrepreneurs. Now, before I dive into these cards, I want to let you know that the doors for Powerhouse Mastermind are currently open. If you would like to scale to multi 6 or 7 figures while working part-time hours, Powerhouse Mastermind is the place for you. If you are currently the bottleneck in your business, you know that the way that you are leading, the way you make decisions, the fact that everything has to run through you, that you have to touch every single thing in your business is what's holding you back from growing your business, increasing your revenue, increasing your profit, then Powerhouse Mastermind is for you. If you are holding yourself back actively from reaching your next level, then Powerhouse Mastermind is for you. If you currently have the systems in place to step away from your business for, say, 3 weeks to a month at a time without having everything fall apart, then Powerhouse Mastermind is for you. The doors for Powerhouse Mastermind are closing on Monday, the 25th at midnight. The applications are now open. You can go to intuitiveedgecoaching.com/powerhouse, check out all the details and apply. If you want to talk to me about whether or not it's right for you, if you're listening on the podcast, I will put a call link in the show notes. You can hop on a call with me. If you're watching on Instagram, you can DM me. Either way, you can DM me at Intuitive Edge Coaching and you can ask me your questions. I am happy to answer all of them. So the doors to Powerhouse Mastermind are currently open. Powerhouse Mastermind is a container where we're going to take you from where you are right now, and we are going to deliver you into your next level of income, of impact, of visibility, of growth in your business. And that is so aligned with the reading that we have today for this Gemini season. And I did ask the cards to put a little extra special oomph, a little extra special emphasis on the people who have been reading all my emails for Powerhouse. You've been watching me post about it, and you've been on the fence, that this reading would also speak especially to those people. So this reading is for you, whether you're considering joining Powerhouse or not. This reading is for all creative entrepreneurs to know what's going on with them right now in Gemini season. But especially if you've been on the fence for Powerhouse, there's a little extra something in this message just for you. So let's get into these cards. As always, we ask the same 6 questions in the same order. And we start with, what is the current situation? What is going on right now? And the card that we got is Come to Life. So this card, first of all, talks about courage, and courage just comes up over and over again this whole reading. This card suggests that there is a deep, sensual, creative awakening, an energetic awakening happening within you right now. And that living from this place, from this more alive, more honest place, requires courage from you. In the card, you see this woman is literally painting herself, and there's a monkey here. And it talks about your monkey mind, that your monkey mind cannot always run the show. And it has been up until now. Your mind has a lot to say. And at times, your mind can seem very convincing. But your mind isn't meant to actually be the one in charge. Your heart, your intuition, your gut is meant to be in charge. Your mind is here to inspire you with ideas, to help you with strategy. But frequently, your mind is giving you these old recordings of your habitual reactions, your habitual rules, your old thought patterns, your mom's voice, society voice. This energetic and creative sensual awakening that you're having is so far beyond what your monkey mind is capable of controlling. And that is going to shake things up. When you fully allow yourself to come to life and be more of yourself, more high voltage, it's going to shake things up. And that's what's happening for you right now. You're just feeling like, I can't keep holding myself back. I cannot keep playing small. I cannot keep editing myself. I cannot keep pretending that I'm not as big, that I'm not as talented, that I'm not as weird, whatever it is that you're like, I can't pretend anymore. And so you have to open yourself up to more life, right? Coming to life means more life, more joy, more money, more opportunities, but also the potential for more fear, more doubt, more rage, right? The energy of more is you don't just get more of just the good stuff, you're going to get more everything. And right now, what your job is to create a flow for your emotions rather than try to suppress or hold them back. That's monkey mind. Don't feel that. Don't say that. Don't look at that. Don't acknowledge that. Don't deal with that right now. There's no time for that. You need to create a space for your emotions to flow. So you need to move, you need to dance, you need to paint, you need to do rituals, you need to sing, like whatever it is that you can do to help your emotions and your energy flow is the best way to honor this right now. You need to honor the sacredness of life by letting yourself live and experience the full flow of your feelings. You don't really need to analyze them. You just need to allow them to move through you. You don't need to make them permanent, right? If you're like, oh, I'm scared, well, you don't need to make that mean anything. You can just be like, in this moment, I feel fear. Just let things move through you. This is how this creating this flow is how you access your intuition, your inspiration, your internal guidance. If you're always moving from your monkey mind, it's going to feel rigid. It's going to feel like you're always trying to control everything, that there's so much of you that's being pressed below the surface. So as you move out of that and into this more sensual, emotional connection with your feelings, your emotions, your body, this is part of your path as a healer, as a creator, as an entrepreneur. You are meant to live consciously within your body. That is part of your particular path in life. There are a lot of people out here who are bodies that are not really inhabited by a spirit, if you know what I mean. You are not really like that, and you're not meant to be like that. This is a time for you to anchor into your experiences here in the world. You need to connect with people who understand your path. You need to lean into your conscious connections. You need to lean into the people who get it, who encourage you to be bigger, to go harder, to try big things, to be as expansive and as wild and as free as you're meant to be. If you don't have a community that understands this, you need to get into one. Ahem, apply for Powerhouse Mastermind so that you are supported and stabilized in trusting this for yourself. If you're around other people who are doing it too, who are like, yes, more you, more of your truth, more of your vibe, more of your authenticity. Yes, go do it. That's what you need. You can also support your own process right now by scheduling time for yourself, like art dates for yourself, and keeping it just like you would any other important date. Like, keep your art dates with yourself, keep your workouts on your calendar, keep your dance classes on your calendar. Be paying attention to your body right now. Keep your meditation time sacred, keep your altar time sacred. Don't let that slip right now. You need that support and that bolstering. So, the ultimate message of this oracle is do not imagine that you can go back to sleep. You can't go back to your old ways. And if you try, it's not going to last long because it's not going to feel the same. Like, it literally won't work the way that it used to. You have crossed some threshold from your old way of being, from your old life, and you cannot go back. Like, once you've really acknowledged, like, no, I'm meant to be big. I'm meant to be expansive. I'm meant to share in this big way. I'm meant for this next level. You can't go back. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So if you need to grieve your old life where you got to be smaller, grieve it. But it is time for the next adventure. And this next adventure will come with a deeper connection to your own instincts, your own body, your own intuition, and you can trust that. So embrace it and it will embrace you back. The block that came up for this is power of attraction. And for this card to show up in the block position, blocking you coming to life, right? The block of coming to life is the monkey mind. What is the block of manifestations? Your monkey mind. It's control, it's lack, it's scarcity. So what I see this as, what I'm thinking of this as being in the block, the thing that keeps pulling you back into your old thoughts, your old patterns, your old ways of thinking. You're being pulled out of surrendering to the experience of expansion. You're being pulled out of living moment by moment because you're getting super obsessed with the future in your mind and trying to control outcomes. So the key right now would be to lean into the energy of fertility, conceiving, creating, embarking upon a next level of growth and transformation with an open heart and mind, without knowing where it's going to lead, without trying to control the outcome, right? That's monkey mind, trying to control the outcome, trying to see the future, trying to plan for everything that could go wrong. That's monkey mind. Surrender, the path of manifestation, act, believe, receive. The believe stage is trusting that everything you need to be successful is going to be delivered to you. It's going to be revealed on the path the way that it's needed. Monkey mind says don't move until you see every single step and you feel guaranteed that it's going to go 100% of the way you want, which we can never guarantee, so we don't have to move. Surrender, trust, manifestation says everything is always working out for me. So I can take the first step and the next and the next. I can focus on my experiences. I can focus on my feelings. I can be where I'm at right now. I can play in the energy of abundance, play in the energy of growth, play in the flow. So this becomes a block when you move into scarcity and you go, it's not going to work for me. It's not going to happen the way I want it to happen. It's not going to happen when I want it to happen. When you can't see exactly how it's going to happen, you don't trust it. So you go back into your quote unquote logical mind and you try to come up with a plan that you see, that you understand, that you can control. The idea that you think your plan is better than God's is crazy. The idea that you think you're going to be able to plan this all out better than spirit is crazy. That's crazy. Doing the same thing over and over again, thinking you're going to get a different result. Crazy. So if what you always do is have a big idea, start on it, get scared, go, how am I going to control this and make sure everything goes exactly to plan? And then you can't and you pull back. That's the pattern you got to get out of. If you try to make a plan to control everything based on what you understand, you've got to recognize that what you understand is only based on where you've already been. There's no way for you to make a plan for somewhere you've never been before. This card specifically talks about how when you're a big soul, you have big dreams. That can make you worry that you want too much out of life, that you're asking for too much, right? So the monkey mind card, that the thought that comes up is, I'm doing too much. I'm asking for too much. How is this going to work for me? Your heart knows what you want. You start to move toward it and your brain goes, how is that going to work out? How are you going to make money like that? How is it going to be finished? What if it doesn't work? How is it going to look a year from now? Trying to control the future. This is like you're trying to pick the paint colors and the curtains for a house you haven't even laid the foundation for yet, and being like, well, I can't pick the curtains because I can't imagine the windows, so I'm not going to lay the foundation. I'm not doing anything. You're being impatient. That's the block. You're being impatient for your manifestations to come into being. You're not allowing yourself to see that you're actually doing really well. You're not allowing yourself to celebrate your small successes on the path. So you're thinking, nothing's working. But it's not that it's not working. You're not letting yourself celebrate every small step. You're not being patient. You're not moving with trust. This oracle also says you've completed a level of manifestation at your last level, and you're transitioning into the next level. You're a big fish leaving a small pond. But then when you get to the bigger pond and you realize now you're a small fish, That's going to shoot back all of your old insecurities, all your old ways of processing, all your old control tactics are going to try to come up because you're uncomfortable, which I think is why the first card that came up, Coming to Life, said you need to just make space for your emotions to flow and not act on them all the time. So it might be uncomfortable to be like, oh, I used to be a big fish in a small pond and everybody knew me. Now at this level, I'm a small fish in a big pond. Everybody doesn't know me. I feel insecure now. I'm going to try to go back to my old ways of doing things. That's not going to work. You're being asked to dare to dream and then believe in your dream until it manifests. That old formula for manifestation: ask, believe, receive. Your block right now is you're not doing so good on the believing part. You have to be willing to believe in your next level, even if you encounter challenges, even if you encounter haters. You have to believe that your dream is possible, and you have to keep moving like you believe it's going to work out for you. This oracle comes with the guidance that you can attract, you're going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work and bring it into fruition, as long as you remain open to receiving and as long as you remain trusting in the unfolding of your life experiences. When you're trying to control everything, you're not trusting the unfolding of life. So the challenge for you here is you're getting too much into your mental, into the monkey mind, trying to control everything, thinking maybe I'm being outrageous. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe I don't need to make more money. Maybe I don't need a bigger impact. Maybe I'm just doing the most. Is this even a realistic dream? All of that is scarcity. All of it is monkey mind. All of it is designed to keep you safe, but you don't want to be safe. You want to be successful. So you got to get out of that. So maybe you need to do things a different way. It is your job to remain in this believe stage of ask, believe, receive in order for your manifestations to come to fruition. So what is the gift that comes when you allow yourself to surrender and start moving with trust that everything is working out for you? It's relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. This card again specifically says you're moving from one level of experience to the next. All of this is like you're on the verge of a massive level up. You're like right on it. You're primed for it. And again, we're being told courage. You need courage for this. You're literally being lifted from one level of reality to the next. So the second you start moving like you trust everything's going to work out for you, which means you're making decisions like the CEO you want to be a year from now. You're investing at that next level. You're getting support at that next level. If the next level of you is in a mastermind, you're in the mastermind. If the next level of you has an assistant, you're hiring the assistant. If the next level of you has hired an OBM, you're hiring an OBM. If the next level of you has a book out, you're starting to write the book. Like you're moving like you know it's going to happen. When you start doing that, you're going to be literally just plucked from your last level into the next. When you say yes and you start stepping into trusting that it's all going to work out for you, you're moving like you trust that it's all going to work out for you. Life is going to start coming at you pretty fast. It's going to start happening more radically, more beautifully, more boldly than you can even anticipate right now. And you're going to have to make moves that seem a little crazy to the outside. So the other thing that's going to happen is that when you step into this next level, you're going to have to let go of your own hesitation, your procrastination, your second guessing, all of your self-doubt. You're going to have to let go of your belief that you have to do everything on your own. And this is actually really challenging. We think we want to let go of those things, but those mechanisms have been a safety blanket for you. So when we're talking about transcending the monkey mind, your hesitation, your perfectionism, your doubt, you're playing small, you're taking too long, you're continually taking these small, low priority things and putting them on the front burner of your life above your growth and your big projects. That's how you've kept yourself safe. That's how you've held yourself back. So how are you going to hold yourself back if you stop moving from fear? That's scary. There's part of you that's scared of that. The conscious part of you, the larger part of you, the awake, alive, sensual being of you wants that. Monkey mind says that's really scary. What's going to happen? What if we get hurt? Right? This card says life is wild, but it is also wise. Everything alive is subject to a natural process of evolution. All things mature in a seasonal cycle in right timing, and that includes you. You're not separate from that, but you also can't control it. You think that you're trying to control it because you want everything to go right, but you may be trying to control it because you don't want to be too exposed and you don't want to risk too much emotionally. So logically, you're like, I'm trying to control this because I don't want anything bad to happen. But it actually might be, I'm trying to control this because I don't want to get too big. I don't want to risk too much. I don't want to risk being disappointed. I don't want to risk being hurt. Sitting on your biscuit, not trying to risk it. But how are you going to get to greatness with no risk? It doesn't work like that. Again, that thing about coming to life, that more joy means more fear. We can't just have the good parts. We can't have only more abundance without more responsibility. It's not going to work like that. So, this is an invitation to shift gears. You're being invited onto this express train in life, and it's going to feel exhilarating and exciting, and it's also going to feel challenging. It's going to feel exposing. As soon as things start working and moving for you at warp speed, you're going to feel those old monkey mind thoughts come back and say, this is too much for me. This isn't grounded. This isn't practical. I'm being flighty. I'm not living in the real world. All of that, old fears. You can trust more. You can trust life. You can trust yourself. You can trust that nature, God, the universe knows exactly what to do. So if you're starting to see massive results, massive success, an increased rush of opportunity, you can trust that that's what's meant to happen and that you can support it, that you can thrive there. You don't need to tamp that back down or hold it back. You got to let go, right? Your hesitation, your self-doubt. I know you're feeling it as I'm saying these words because I can feel it in my body, the collective reaction to that as you're picturing being at this next level. More exposure, more money, more people seeing you, more messages every day, more responsibility, this bigger level of investment, this bigger level of risk, running a bigger business that you can feel the like, oh God, can I handle that? Yes. It's not scary. You've just never done it before. It's okay for unfamiliar things to be unfamiliar. You can learn. You are capable of learning. You're capable of growing. You've got to trust that you know how to do that. Stepping into this phase means that you're going to be free to act on and affirm the intuitive feelings that you have by following up on them. Your intuition says hire the person and you do it. Your intuition says get the help and you do it, right? So being more open to act on your intuitive hits because you're trusting that you're going to be able to navigate things as they arise. It's really interesting that again in this card, the idea of painting, writing, dancing, singing, sharing comes up. And in this card, it talks about allowing yourself to create like no one's watching, to just create like you've completely lost your mind, being completely free. And when I say lost your mind, I mean free of the lens of judgment in your brain that says, what are other people going to think about this? You're trying to do everything in a way that other people are going to get, a way that's going to be socially acceptable. Having this constant editor tab that's open in your brain, you're closing it so that you can completely share the things that you believe are worthy of being shared, worthy of being created. Letting things be and breathe, letting them out in the world, letting the things you create become whatever they want to be. That gift is available to you when you stop trying to control everything, when you stop trying to see every single step on the path, and you allow yourself to trust that everything is going to work out for you exactly the way it's supposed to, that the people who are meant for you are going to find you, that the opportunities that are meant for you are going to find you, that the support that is there for you is going to support you. You have to leap off the edge. That wording comes back in all these cards. Leap off the edge of what you've known into so much more than you've ever been able to experience before. This is accepting the offer of life so that you may truly live. It is allowing yourself to open up and receive all of the assistance, all of the inspiration, all of the support that's available to you at your next level. So, the guidance. How do you deal with other people during this time? The guidance card we get is inner trust. This card is really interesting. I really think because of how this card is coming up in this reading and who this reading is for, this card is about visibility blocks. So, this card is, first of all, about believing that what is within you is this natural magnificence, this true uniqueness, this natural magnetism and vibrancy. The harder it is for you to believe that, the more you're like, no, I'm not that cool. I'm just kind of average. I'm just kind of normal. Like, the more it is challenging for you to believe that you have natural magnificence just in who you are without the constant editing, the harder it is for you to believe that, the more growth is available for you, the bigger this growth edge is. Your opportunity for growth here about how you deal with other people is about letting go of the need to hide yourself from the world. It is about letting go of any doubt about the wonder that lies within you, that you have medicine for people, you have a gift for people, you have a message for people, you're meant to be seen, you're meant to impact people. Any part of you that's like, "Nah, I don't want to do that. I don't know if I can. Am I really that special?" That's the growth edge for you right now. Because the way that Spirit says you're meant to be dealing with people right now is trusting that, yes, you do have something valuable and you're meant to be seen. This oracle brings the message that it's time to trust yourself, to let the real inner you out from behind the veil. You are being assured that you can trust your intuition and your own sense of things. What that means is when things feel good to you and exciting and expansive, that you go toward them. And that when things feel bad in your body, when they close you, when they feel like fear, when they feel like scarcity, when they feel doubt, we want to move away from those things. We're just trusting our natural opening and closing toward people, circumstances, situations, opportunities. If you feel an opening towards something, you feel like, yes, this is for me. And your monkey mind goes, but it might not work. We're trusting the opening. If you are moving towards something and you feel a closing and your monkey mind goes, maybe you're being overly sensitive. Maybe it's you. Maybe you should stick this out. Maybe you should stay here. We're going with the closing, right? We're listening to the body, this natural, sensual aliveness that's constantly working to tell you what's true for you. It's time to let the real inner you out. This oracle is asking you to trust yourself around how you deal with people. If you this in the book, the card says if you drew this card, it's because you're unnecessarily holding yourself back out of fear or a lack of belief in your own ability to support and care for yourself or your own ability to self-express. You're holding yourself back out of fear unnecessarily. This card wants you to know that you know what you're doing. You have the wisdom, the intuition. You have everything you need to place yourself more fully in the world, to take steps to unhide yourself. Tying this back into Powerhouse Mastermind, sometimes people don't want to join a coaching container because you know that your coach is going to see you. I'm going to see you. If we're working together, I'm going to see the back end of your business. I'm going to see your finances. I'm going to see your decisions. Other people in this mastermind that you respect and look up to are going to see you. And part of you is like, no, I'm not ready to be seen like that yet. I have to go perfect myself in private. I have to be better first. It's like cleaning your house before the housekeeper comes because you're thinking the housekeeper is going to judge your mess, right? I don't want to be seen needing help from the people who are hired to help me. This is saying you know how to deal with people. It is time to place yourself more fully in the world. Take steps to unhide yourself. Open up. Even if you feel like you have no clue about what's happening at the broader level in your life, even if you can't quite see the whole picture of what's taking place around you or within you, where this is all heading, you still have all the wisdom, all the intuitive ability you need to take one step at a time and navigate your way through anything life brings to your door. The thing about trusting yourself, right? The bird doesn't land on the branch because it trusts the branch. The bird lands on the branch because it trusts its wings. Trusting yourself doesn't mean nothing's ever going to go wrong. Trusting yourself means I will handle anything that goes wrong. I will be able to handle it. If this doesn't go the way I want it to, I'll take the next step and the next and the next. I can navigate whatever happens. Inner trust. I really see this as being a visibility block for whoever this reading is for. The way that you've been holding yourself back in the past has all been rooted in wanting to hide yourself from the level of, frankly, fame, recognition, notoriety, visibility that you're meant for. Also, I think you're meant for a big level of life, of business, and that comes with a big level of responsibility. And there may be part of you that's been hiding from the big level of responsibility. But your next level is going to require you to unhide yourself. And this oracle wants you to know you're ready for that. This card in the book, it talks about how it comes at a time in your life when your patterns are shifting. And again, we have the language of taking a leap, that you can take advantage of this and leap into an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. And that's exactly what the gift card promised, an entirely new level of consciousness and experience. This is not a time for self-doubt and playing small. Once again, this card says you've got to have courage. You've got to have boldness. You've got to lean into the daredevil within you. It says to take that step, big or small, into the future that's been beckoning you forward. You have the wings to fly. Sometimes you don't realize you have wings until you leap and you're like, oh shit, I'm not crashing. But you're not going to figure it out unless you take the leap. So, what's the message from your spirit guides here? It's shock of the new. These cards are so cohesive. I have like full body chills. One of the main messages of this card is that nature never shies away from strange beauty, right? There's no right angles in nature. And because of the shape of this reading, I think this is the central message of this card that your spirit guides want to share. Any part of you that's been holding back on your next level, this fear of visibility, because you have a fear of being seen as exotic or unusual or eccentric, that you're too bizarre, that you're too out there, that people are going to judge you. However it is that you're afraid of being seen or judged, you're asked to make peace with that and to let it go so that you can do the thing you're meant to do, so that you can have the impact you're meant to have, so that the people who are going to love you can find you, so that life can happen through you in creative flow. Again, with this monkey mind, this editor, this constant editor in your mind saying, I can't do that. That's going to be weird. People aren't going to like that. That's going to be scary. I shouldn't do that. That we're being asked to turn the editor off and just create like someone with no mind, someone who's all impulse, someone who's all heart. That's what you're being asked of. In the traditional tarot, I'm thinking fool card energy. The fool's not a fool because they're stupid. The fool is a fool because they are childlike innocence. They just keep going forward. They just keep playing. They just keep expanding into the future with their heart wide open. Monkey mind says, I did that once and I had a bad experience, so I'm never doing it again. We got to get out of that. So with this card coming up about being more inspired, more open, getting out of your fear of visibility, out of the fear of your next level, you literally need to let go of your ideas about conventional beauty. And so this can be about your physical appearance. Your fear of visibility may have been specifically about what you look like. It can be about your body, your face, your hair, your age, your weight. You're thinking people are going to judge you for what you look like, and you're holding your work back because you're afraid of getting comments about your appearance. It can actually also be about what your work is like, that people are going to think your work is too different, that your message is too different, that people aren't going to get you, that it's too weird. Your spirit guides want you to know there is a great shifting of creative life force that's happening in the undercurrent of your being. That's the same thing that the first card said. There's this big sensual awakening. You're feeling very attuned. You're feeling very sensitive in your body, in your consciousness. You're coming online. You're feeling this already, this excitement, this discomfort, this stirring, that it's time for your next level. It's time for things to change. You're at the verge of this level up. And this big shift is going to bring a lot of liberation in your life. And again, that feels scary, but that's okay. This is life creating the stage for a greater level of fulfillment for you. Once again, in this card, we get the message that the old way of doing things is on its way out. The old way is not going to work anymore. You are being invited, dragged, nurtured, coerced, bullied into your next level. It's going to happen. So your message from your spirit guides is you can handle it. Don't reject the new. no matter how radical or different it seems. Also, don't reject the new, no matter how small it seems. This card says dispense with your reliance on the past and the old tools that you use to navigate life. You've outgrown your old methods. You've outgrown the monkey mind. You've outgrown the control. You've outgrown trying to second guess everything. You've outgrown trying to control every single step along the path. You've outgrown it. Your old methods don't work. You've outgrown trying to do everything by yourself. You've outgrown doing everything the hard way. It's over. And you're going to have to fly by the seat of your pants a little bit. But again, we were just told you got wings, so you're going to fly. You're going to be fine. Each card in this reading is so consistently building on the last message. It's just so clear. I love this so much. So the final message, how do we bring all of this into reality, is what's already within you. This card just says you're ready, that you already have in your hands everything that you're seeking, everything you need to be successful. You already have it. This is like you've been tearing your house apart looking for your glasses and they've been on your head the whole time. You've been thinking you're not ready for your next level yet. You're not ready to go all in yet. You're not ready to get help yet. You're not ready to expand yet. You're not ready to build yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet because you need to take another course. You need another certification. You need more training. You need more time. You're ready right now. And sometimes we don't like that because if we believe there's always more to work on and that our next level is far off in the future, we get to stay in student mode. We get to stay in preparation mode, and we're very comfortable there. We love a student mode. We love preparation mode. Deciding you have everything you need to do this right now anchors you in your body, anchors you in reality, anchors you in this moment and says, okay, now it's all on you. Now you got to take everything you've got inside and do something with it. And this card says, you're ready. Everything necessary for your success is within you. And now all you need to do is accept that and act on it. And that's the good news. You're ready now. And this card suggests that you can start with a simple, small choice. It may be an email you need to send, a conversation you need to have, a mastermind you need to apply for to get the ball rolling, a first step into this next voltage of reality. But do not make the mistake of believing that what you need is behind you, right? Oh, I missed my window. I should have done it before, but now I can't. Or that it's in someone else, that it's in the future, that it hasn't shown up yet. This card says, no, you have everything you need right now to take the next step in your life. And from that next step, everything else is going to flow. The special guidance for you in this oracle is that you're more ready than you think you are, and you're more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead, but you will find that when you do move, resources will become apparent that don't seem apparent right now. All you need right now is one act of nourishment towards your future, one step of commitment toward what you want, and that is enough. Again, this card says we have to be brave. We have to dig deep within and surrender. Surrender to life, surrender to future, surrender to the flow. This reading cannot be more consistent. This one thing I want to say before I move on about this act of nourishment towards your future is that my belief about manifestation is that it's like the dollar for dollar challenge on NPR, that the universe matches your donation. If you're an NPR listener, you know how the dollar for dollar challenge goes. They always say, okay, we have this company that's going to donate $5,000 to the radio station if we can raise $5,000. That's you, right? That's your manifestation. The support that you need is going to come to you when you take the step you need to take. You take some step toward it, right? The people that you need are going to come towards you when you take a step toward them. You waiting to see proof that it's all going to work out before you take a step, that's that old way of being that's not going to work anymore. You've got to take the step first. And once you take that step, the universe is going to match your donation. You want people to invest with you, you make that next level of investment. You want more visibility, you take that step to show yourself to more people. The universe will match your donation. So you need to take that one act of nourishment toward your future, that one step of commitment toward what you want. and trust that everything else is going to flow from that. So, the shadow card that came up for us in this reading, the shadow to work with during Gemini, and I think that this is so appropriate for the twins, is paradox. And this card is a reminder that we can hold two different extremes at the same time. Sometimes we focus on just one side or the other, right? Just the internal or just the external, just the good, just the bad. We see things as one sided. Monkey mind sees things as one sided. But paradox, like holding paradox, requires a lot of strength and a lot of sophistication. Carl Jung said paradox is one of our most valuable spiritual possessions. When we get into rigid thinking, when we're thinking of things as just black or white, it's very hard to sit with paradox, that things are going to be good and challenging, that something can be really good for us and really scary, that our most brilliant, valuable qualities may also be our most ugly qualities or the things we've been most judged for. That's paradox. And the shadow work of the season is you being invited into a relationship with paradox. Because so much of this reading was about surrender and trust and opening up to your next level. I think that's so brilliant because when monkey mind comes in, it's very rigid. It wants control. Monkey mind says, look at all the ways this could be bad. Look at all of the ways this could not work out for you. Look at all of the ways that this could be so hard. And it makes us focus on those things so that we cannot see all of the ways that this could also be good and valuable and worthwhile. Paradox says it could be both. Being highly visible will mean that your message gets out to more people and you make a greater impact. It will also mean you get more hate comments. Does that mean you shouldn't do it? No. It just means you have to embrace all of it together. Making more money is going to feel like more freedom, more abundance, but it may also feel like you have more to lose. It may also feel like you have more responsibilities, like you have to learn more about money in a way that scares you. So, should you say, no, I don't want any more money because you don't want to have to deal with expanding your capacity for financial responsibility? No, it's going to be both. Opening yourself up to love in a romantic relationship is like, oh, this is going to be beautiful. And there's going to be all of these connective things about it. It's going to be so enriching for my life. It's going to feel so good. And I have a greater capacity to be hurt. I have something to lose. I could get my feelings hurt. I could get my heart broken. Does that mean we shouldn't do it? No. That is the spiritual edge of paradox. It's going to be both. It is going to be both rewarding and challenging. And I can sit with that. I can hold that. I have the bigness for that. I don't have to say it's going to be either good or bad, or that because it's going to have some bad, I should not take any of it. It's the capacity for both. Opening yourself up to the fact that every move you make is going to have both greatness and challenge is a place of spiritual maturity. And because I've been talking specifically about Powerhouse Mastermind, I want to talk about the paradox in business of spending money to make money. Literally just this week, I dropped $12,000 on a mastermind because I don't ask my clients to do anything I personally don't do. Every time we make a big investment in business, we have to wrestle with the part of ourselves that pops up and is afraid and goes, what if this doesn't work out? Right? That's the risk of investing. What if this doesn't work out? I'm afraid to spend this money. Once this money's gone, it's gone. What if I spend this money and I don't get the return on the investment that I'm hoping for? Is it better for me to keep it? We get into like bird in the hand thinking. Should I keep what I have now? Should I keep trying to thug this out on my own? Should I wait until I have more money before I do the thing that's going to help me make more money? Or should I trust that I'm going to get something brilliant out of this? And whatever it is that I'm going to get out of this is exactly what I'm meant to get out of this. And it's going to be something really valuable for me. And there may also be parts that are challenging. There may also be parts that will stretch me. And as a person who loves growing because it's kinky, that's what I'm looking for. I want this is going to stretch me and challenge me and be exhilarating and come with growth and expansion. When we get rigid, when we get in our monkey mind, we want the promise that everything will be beautiful and nothing will hurt, in the words of Kurt Vonnegut, right? But everything was beautiful and nothing hurt is not life. That's not real. It's going to be beautiful and it's going to hurt. It's going to be challenging and expansive. You're going to step into new levels of abundance and freedom and confidence as a CEO and impact in your business. And you're going to step into new levels of responsibility and have to learn new skills. And you're going to have days that you feel completely overwhelmed with how much is being asked of you. There's going to be a new level of adulthood that you've been resisting. All of those things are true. And the more comfortable you can be with holding the paradox of life, the easier it will be for you to allow life to happen through you, which is what we're here to do. Holding yourself back because you don't want nothing to happen means nothing's going to happen. So that's your reading. If this touched you as a person who's been on the fence about applying for Powerhouse Mastermind and made you go, shit, that is why I've been holding myself back. I need to get this application in. I need to get myself this help. I'm ready to scale to multiple 6 or 7 figures while working part-time hours. I'm ready to have a business that's wildly abundant. I'm ready to make a big impact. And I'm ready to give up some of the control I've had in my business and the clinging and the touching every single thing and being the bottleneck because I refuse to let anybody help me. Then you should apply. Go to intuitiveedgecoaching.com/powerhouse. If you want to talk with me about whether or not it is right for you or your business, if you want to talk with me about where you're at, your niche, whatever is going on, I'm completely open to talking to you about it. I do turn people away. I've had people come to me and be like, I'm building a restaurant. I can't help you. Don't hire me for that. I don't know anything about that industry. So if it is not the right fit, I will tell you. You don't have to be afraid to talk to me. I'm not going to put you in some like weird, pushy sales conversation that you're not comfortable with. I promise. I'm real nice and I'm real regular and you can just talk to me. So if you're listening on the podcast, I'm going to put a link to book a call, but you're also welcome to just DM me on Instagram at Intuitive Edge Coaching. You can voice note me. There's not an assistant in there. It's really me answering everybody. So if you would like to talk about it, I'm down to talk. If you know that it's right for you and you just want to apply, intuitiveedgecoaching.com/powerhouse. I hope that this reading was beneficial for you. Okay, love you. Bye.
That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I know there are so many things that you could be doing with your day, so many things you could be listening to, and it means so much that you are here in this community. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a moment, share it on social media, and tag me at Intuitive Edge Coaching. Share it with a biz bestie who you think needs to hear it and will appreciate it. And take a moment to to subscribe, and to leave a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It helps me grow this show, and it helps us grow and sustain this brilliant community of entrepreneurs dedicated to doing the inner work. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, love you, bye.